Hello, and thank God it's Friday, YouTube. My name's Chad Finn, and this is LeagueWise, your home for daily fantasy League of Legends. In this video, we're going to talk about the DraftKings Friday Night League LCS slate. This, as always, is a two-game slate that locks at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, July 17th, 2020. That's today. As always in this video, we're going to take a quick look and preview each game on the slate, and then I'll give you Finn's faves, my favorite play for each team under the assumption that team wins. These plays are based off of my exclusive carry rankings that are available on my Patreon page every day, along with the game picks for every DraftKings slate that day in the LEC, LCK, LPL, and LCS. So far this split, I am 152 and 62, which is about a 71% accuracy in game picks. And I've been over 64% the last three splits. This hasn't happened by accident. I have a process I follow with every game and watch and review a lot of games as well, doing more so since I've started doing these videos. In fact, moving forward, if I ever go less than 55% on my picks for any particular month, that next month will be free for all current patrons. Basically means you have nothing to lose. That's that you can't beat. I'll repeat it. If I ever go less than 55% on my picks in a single month, the next month will be free for all current patrons. To join, simply follow the link in the description below. And while you're down there, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to smite that notification button on your way out. That said, let's get into game number one. In game one, excuse me, I don't know what that was. In game one, we have Team Solo Mid. They come in ranked third in the LCS with a record of 6-4. They have a plus 117 gold differential at 15 minutes. Gold per minute 1,766. Damage per minute 1,742. First tower win rate of 80%. Kills per game of 12.6 on average, and average deaths per game of 11.4. 100 Thieves come in ranked 8th with a record of 4-6, a negative 664 gold differential at 15 minutes. Gold per minute of 1,756. Damage per minute of 1,997. First tower win rate percentage of 60%. Average kills per game 11.6, and average deaths per game 13.1. Before I go any further on this game, I just want to say, I believe this is an amazing slate. Can't wait to sit back and watch it this evening. In this game between TSM and 100 Thieves, 100 Thieves. Let's start with TSM. TSM, after winning 6 of their first 8, has dropped 2 straight to Cloud9 and Immortals, while 100 Thieves are riding a 3-game win streak after dropping 6 of their first 7. They've won 3 in a row. Their 4 wins, including the one earlier in the season, have come against Immortals, Dignitas, FlyQuest, and Cloud9. I'd hate to be the next team that plays Cloud9. But for 100 Thieves, really the difference has been contracts. He's been a difference maker. He seems to have solidified every lane with an aggressive style that seems to fit what this team does well, and it really seems to fit the meta as well. TSM, on the other hand, has been pretty consistent, but didn't look good at all versus Immortals. Immortals methodically dismantled TSM over 38 minutes. I don't expect 100 Thieves to take the macro approach here like Immortals did, meaning whoever can execute their game plan in the draft and then mechanically in skirmishes and team fights, I think we'll walk away with the victory in this one. Moving on to our next game, We have Team Liquid versus Evil Geniuses. Team Liquid comes in ranked number 2 in the LCS with an 8-2 record. They've got a plus 1,084 gold differential at 15 minutes. They have a gold per minute average of 1,803, damage per minute of 1,718, first tower win rate of 70%, average kills per game of 11.4, and deaths per game of 8.4. Evil Geniuses come in tied for 4th with a 5-5 record. They have a plus 290 gold differential at 15. Gold per minute of 1,747, damage per minute of 1,911, first tower win rate of 60%, kills per game average of 10.8, and deaths per game of 12.6. As always, Team Liquid's going to come into this one wanting to slow the game down. They play a methodical pace. Not the greatest to watch, but it's worked for them so far. And they're looking every bit the part of possible contender, sitting with that sitting in second place with that record of 8-2. Only losses have been to Cloud9 and Evil Geniuses. This is a rematch of as we're getting into the second half of the split now, and those were in back-to-back excuse me. Those were in back-to-back games before rattling off 5 straight. In breaking this one down, I feel as though TSM is still really trying to figure out, or not TSM, excuse me. I feel that Team Liquid is still trying to figure out who they are and how they want to play. But their roster is really solid. I especially like Broxa in the jungle, who very possibly might be my favorite player in the end in North America. And it feels as though Team Liquid is starting to get comfortable with his gameplay. There seems to be, it feels to me like there's a little bit more synergy being built, and this team's roster could just continue to get more dangerous. While Team Liquid has been feeling their way through the split, I feel Evil Geniuses has been wildly inconsistent, losing 3 of their last 4 after starting 4-2. The question here is what Evil Geniuses is the real EG. I guess you could say, will the real EG please stand up? The one that started 4-2, or is it the one that's lost 3 of their last 4? Their roster is solid, but will have to step up if they're going to match up here tonight with Team Liquid. In these best of 1 series, which, by the way, I hate. I wish they'd do best of 3. But in the best of 1s, drafting becomes vitally important and has the ability to decide the game before it starts. We actually saw that in one of the LEC games today between, who was it? Give me a second. Between Fanatics and Misfits. Misfits had an early game comp. They executed it great, but they didn't transfer it into the middle game. They got a little passive and allowed Fanatics to execute their scaling comp into the late game, and it ended up costing them. That game was decided in the draft and then through execution as always. But drafting in these B1s, like I said, is vitally important. In breaking this one down to pick a winner, I really had to go back and look at champion pools, comp possibilities, and past drafts. I definitely think the draft decides this one, or at very least plays a larger than normal part in deciding this game. To find out who I think will win, you can do so by joining me on my Patreon page, by following the link below. And remember, if I ever finish below 55% in a single month if I ever finish below 55% in a month, the next month's free. But I hope to see you guys on Patreon. With that, let's get into Finn's faves. As we get into my favorite plays, we're going to start with Team Solo Mid with Bjorkson in the mid lane. He comes in with a KDA of 5.2, a kill percentage of kill participation, I should say, of 79%, and damage participation of 28.9%. He brings a lot of experience to Team Solo Mid, and if they're going to win this evening versus 100 Thieves, he's going to have a big game. For 100 Thieves, if they're going to pull up the upset, it is going to be on the shoulders of Contracts, their jungler. He currently has a KDA of 7.8, a kill participation of 76%, and damage participation of 21.5%. Moving on to game 2, for Team Liquid, my favorite play is Jensen in the mid lane. He currently has a KDA of 6.4, a kill participation of 66.8%, and damage participation of 26.5%. And for Evil Geniuses, if they're going to pull off the victory this evening, they are going to need Bang to step up their ADC. He currently has a KDA of 4.8, a kill participation of 54.5%, and damage participation of 34.2%. That is those are my favorite plays for tonight's slate. Again, if you want access to my exclusive carry rankings, which those are based off of, they rank every role on every team from 1 through 6 for every game, and then you also get access to my game picks. Like I said, you do that by joining me on my Patreon page, which you can get the link down below. I want to thank you guys for watching LeagueWise. My name is Chad Finn, saying good luck, good night, stay safe, and as always, see you next time on the Rift.